We are now a couple days into Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3, this time the official Chapter 6 Season 3. I always called last season Chapter 6 Season 3, but then we were like, oh, Chapter 6 Mini Season 1. It's getting weird how Epic Games is naming these seasons, but now we are moving into Season 3. Here are my first impressions, and of course, afterwards, I want to get the community's first impressions as well. I think it's great so far. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. So, what do I think about this season? So far, guys, I hate to say this because I've only literally had one session playing this game at the time of recording this video. I think it might be the best season of Chapter 6. I loved it. Everything that I've come across was so unique. It was great. It's building off of Chapter 6 Season 1. And this is coming from a guy who loved Chapter 6 Season 1. Chapter 6 Season 2 I thought was good, but nothing beyond that. Chapter 6 Mini Season 1, the Star Wars season, I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. But throughout Chapter 6 so far, I do think that I enjoyed the first season a lot more than I did the other two. So, what do I love about this one? And first of all, the POIs, they are beautiful. Okay, the only one is Utopia City, which maybe it's just because I haven't, sat down and played a bunch of games. And of course, again, it's very important to note that these are first impressions. And this is why I kind of feel bad, because I'm saying, this just might be the greatest season of Chapter 6, because, again, I've played it once. So, my thoughts could change moving forward. But the POIs, especially Daigo's POI, they are absolutely beautiful. I love traversing through them. I think that the Epic Games really knocked it out of the park. I haven't been able to play OG yet, so we're not going to be talking about OG, but I can't really see myself playing OG until they end up adding that, what's it called? I think they called it a casual mode. Whatever it was, where it's like, okay, if you want bots, you can go play with this, and hopefully they're not going to have bots in OG anymore, but that's besides the point. Season 4, can't wait to play it, okay? But hopefully the bot problem ends up going away. But for the Battle Royale mode, the brand new Chapter 6, I like, and I was talking with Twisty Chase about this, and he actually came up with this and pointed this to me, and I actually find myself agreeing with it. This seems like a proper continuation of Chapter 6 Season 1. Kind of makes sense, because we still have all of those Season 1 weapons returning besides the Kinetic Blade, or the Typhoon Blade, the one that everybody ended up hating. I personally like that, but I do like most things when it comes to this game. So I loved the loot pool in that first season. I like that they're continuing on with the boons. I like that they're continuing on with the sprites. I like all of those weapons. The Sentinel Pump Shotgun is very satisfying to me. The Precision SMG is great too. The Fury AR, like it a lot. But they added more weapons and they feel very unique. The Visor, and I don't remember what they're all called. I've just played this one time, guys. But the Beam Rifle, the pistols, the dual pistols that make you actually go into slow motion when you're shooting them. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. Regardless, it's really cool. The fists are really cool. A lot of people I got scared for a second because I'm like, uh-oh, are we having a little bit of a nitro fist issue with this yet? But no. And I actually got to play this season without getting too many leaks because I was spending all Saturday night watching fights and I didn't really actually get to sit down and take a look at what's new. So a part of why I liked it so much is because I was actually experiencing all of this for the first time instead of getting everything spoiled. And of course, shocker, leaks are the biggest problem with Fortnite. And I've been able to get off the internet for the night, so we're all good in that department. But other than that, I need to play around with it a little bit more to have more of a concrete feel. But from the first games that I played, I really liked it. I wish a little bit more of the map was changed, but still, if the gameplay is that much fun, then I'm good with it. The superhero weapons are great, and a lot of people and myself, I was concerned, but not really worried. I was like, okay, you know what, they could run into a little bit of an issue with Lawless, and I still liked Lawless, where people don't like the fact that it's another superhero theme, something that's been done multiple times at this point. I was personally excited for Epic Games to have a spin on their own type of creativity when it comes to heroes, and I think they did a great job doing it so far. From all of the powers that we've seen, even when you're using those fists, I don't know how to describe it. But when you're using it, it actually feels like you're in a comic book movie, kind of springing into action with the sound effects and the little effects or wherever I saw it in the feet or the fists. Again, a little bit difficult to describe, but the attention to detail with everything that they've done so far is very nice. The Battle Pass, unfortunately, isn't for me, but that is the least important part when it comes to a Fortnite season. It's just not going to make me want to grind to go get skins, which honestly I'm kind of okay with. I don't want to feel pressured to grind to unlock my skins. I don't care if I unlock them this time around. I think Epic Games is genius for leaving the goth mommy at the end of the Battle Pass for everybody to start grinding and staying on the game, because you know they're going to get people grinding away for that skin. But again, I really enjoy the season. I love the new superpowers. Hopefully it stays consistent with the updates. I love that this is a 2-month long season, but of course, guys, it's not just about what I think. I went in along and asked you guys over on X what you thought about the brand new season. I ended up posting this over on X. Now that the season has been out for a bit, what are your first impressions? Drop your thoughts below and I will include some in a video. Thank you very much for your time, guys. If you would like to join the conversation, follow me over on X at Clen YouTuber. You can find the links in the top of the description of the link tree or the direct link over to X within the description down below. By the way, guys, like and subscribe if you have not already. Let's get into what everybody else had to say about the season. Eternaltus had this to say: "It is incredibly fun. Reminds me a lot of the mid-season update for Chapter 4 Season 1. The hero ranks makes kills feel more rewarding, and all of the new powers are incredibly fun to use." I actually haven't been able to play with the hero ranks, and I have no idea what they are. Heard some people talking about them, but again, I do just need to play the season a little bit more, but I'm really happy. And I don't know about Chapter 4 Season 1, like the mid-season update and how it feels, but maybe I'll understand that as time goes on. Springtrap had this to say: "I love the season from the new POIs, new weapons and abilities. It's so cool and amazing. Battle Pass is neat. OG season is actually not too bad, and the storyline might be back after the live event and dialogue. Overall, peak." I forgot to mention about the storyline, which I haven't taken the time to follow yet, but a lot of people seem a little bit hyped up about it. The other thing that I never really talked about was the whole thing going on with the Visitor right now and him replaying events and people talking about OG Fortnite actually being canon to the storyline. We're going to make a separate video on that. So again, we'll make a post about that. Look out for that when we post over on X about that, okay? Tater had this to say: "This season has potential to be a top 5 season ever. Such a solid launch, amazing collabs and amazing battle pass, awesome mythics and activities to do mid-match. If they keep this up, which it seems like they are with the Superman abilities, beast ground and pound abilities we saw in the trailer, then we might actually have one of the best seasons ever, let alone this chapter." Ooh. I struggle to see this being top 5 season ever, just because like my top 5, like, or I'll tell you, my top 5 are definitely, and I know this is going a little bit off topic, but I'm trying, and I want that to happen, man. I want that to happen so bad. I just have a tough time seeing it. Chapter 2 Season 7, Chapter 1 Season X, Chapter 3 Season 1, Chapter 4 Season 1, Chapter 4 Season 2. Those are my top 5 seasons of all time. And while Chapter 6 has been so good so far, even Season 1, I loved it. I struggle to see it surpassing any of those for me personally. But another thing that I didn't even mention, speaking of top 5 seasons like ever, how weird is it that nobody's unhappy right now? You know you have a good season when, so you know what? Maybe Titter could be right in saying that. Maybe it's, and of course, like, we all like different seasons, right? I wonder how this will age. Chapter 6 has been great so far, guys. I've been really enjoying it. Top 5. That's going to be a tough one to reach for me personally, but we can hope the best for the Fortnite community. PBJ, encapsulating your average Twitter user. Haven't played it, but it's mid. The amount of people unironically saying this is ridiculous, dude. Okay, let's continue on to what Emmanuel had to say. "This chapter has been good with every season. The map changes are awesome. The new POIs remind me of Chapter 1 Season 9. The new guns are awesome and so fun to use. And the powers are what I wanted in a superhero season. Super cool and not even broken like I thought." Yeah, they're not broken at all so far, eh? But I wonder if people will find new tech with them, and I wonder if they're going to end up getting nerfed to the ground. Hopefully that's not the case, but the POIs reminding you of Chapter 1 Season 9 is actually a good way to describe it with Utopia. Is it called Utopia City? Why am I having a blank on that now? But I agree with Emmanuel in saying that the chapter has been good every season. The weakest point was Lawless, and I still think that Lawless is good. Another thing that I forgot to mention, like having that Chapter 1 Season 9 feel is, I don't know, like, just with the story being a little bit more interesting, with the Battle Pass skins, with even the loading screens, the music, like, it kind of feels upbeat and hero-y, if that makes sense. But I do find myself agreeing with Emmanuel over there. Guys, let me stop you for just a second. With these videos, we have been advertising the supporter creator code, so we'll get back to the opinions in just a second. I say if you don't have a code that you are currently using in the item shop, please consider using my code Clen. I have been grinding on YouTube for as long as I have been now, and as hard as I possibly can, in order to be one day the sole provider for my family. I want everybody in my family to live like queens, and I am very excited to get to that point. You guys have been helping me, and it's been giving me room to breathe each month. So thank you very much, and thank you to everybody who did use it for the Battle Pass. It really does mean a lot to me. So with that being said, let's continue on to the next post. The Avengers Hype Guy had this to say: "I think this has the potential to be the best season of Chapter 6. The story, the POIs, the loot pool are all amazing so far. The Spire mini-bosses are a nice addition to the game, and it feels like you're playing either a Legend of Zelda game or Elden Ring. The Battle Pass could be one of the better ones so far. 9 out of 10. I've only fought one boss so far, so I can't really have an opinion on that, but from what I've seen, they look pretty cool. But again, I'm happy, and it's so weird to see everybody really enjoying themselves. It's cool in the Fortnite community, man. Ty Fries had this to say: 100% the best Chapter 6 season so far. Has potential to be a top 10 season of all time. Future exotics need better abilities. Shotgun balance is horrible. Best launch day content-wise in years. Ooh. I like the idea of the exotics. I've seen what they can do, but I haven't been able to play with them yet. I think they look really cool, and I know the abilities are. They're super cool so far. Top 10, we have an opinion with top 10 season of all time, and opinion with top 5 season of all time, or like having the potential to be. We can hope for the best, man. And of course, I would love to have a season surpass my favorite seasons. I have trouble seeing that for me personally. For the shotgun meta, I get that, but unfortunately, I'm just really liking it. It's not something that I would personally complain about, okay? Pla had this to say: it's absolutely amazing, bro. All my friends came back to the game, so it made it even better. The storyline is literally back. There's a portal on the map that shows a 0 point, like, bro, we are so back. I didn't know about that, and I need to look into that, because that's pretty hype. I'm so happy that your friends came back to the game, too. That always makes for a better Fortnite experience. I love playing with my friends. I would never even play this game solo, to be honest with you. Like, friends being on this game just make the experience so much better. Light Striker had this to say: this season is giving off a vibe that has been missing since Chapter 3. The locations are vibrant again, which is nice. Also, the rank system is awesome, and all the underground locations are cool. I didn't even know there were any underground locations. Like I said, I've only had one session playing so far, and it's just been experiencing those new POIs, but maybe I haven't run into any underground areas. That's an interesting take, saying it has the same vibe that's been missing since Chapter 3. I can't pinpoint exactly why or what it is, but I get that. And I kind of agree with you. The locations being vibrant, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could expand upon that, but I totally get what you mean. Amarji, sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Amarji had this to say: I'm glad Epic used their creativity to make new superpowers, and they absolutely delivered. It's another one of those seasons where you have absolutely no clue of what to pick up. I'm having a blast, and I can't wait for more. So far, I've had that same issue, and I always say that's a fantastic issue to have when a new Fortnite season drops. But yes, I was also excited for the idea of Epic Games having original, non-collab based superpowers, and I even like the collab ones, don't get me wrong, but when Epic Games could actually tap into their creativity, the devs behind their game are absolutely phenomenal. The things that we've had over the years that have been epic original. TCKH had this to say: this might be a hot take, but this could be the best superhero season we've had, even better than Chapter 2 Season 4. We're apparently getting the Superman update, which is going to bring a mythic where you can turn into him like the Doom Island. Also, we're getting a POI mid-season. That's true too. The updates look like they can be great. Beating Chapter 2 Season 4 is going to be a big toughie though, because everybody loved that season, myself included. A lot of people consider that to be part of Prime Fortnite. I think the potential is there. I just need to play with it more. Maybe we'll revisit this topic as time goes down the road, okay? I Play Fortnite had this to say: I like how they are finally expanding on some Chapter 6 features such as boons and sprites. The new locations are beautiful. They give BO3 Nuketown vibes. It also seems like Epic took a lesson of if it ain't broke, don't fix it with a lot of the Chapter 6 weapons. 10 out of 10 so far. That's a good point. And they took out the blade, which a lot of people hated. I really, really loved the original loot pool in Chapter 6 Season 1, and I'm happy to see it return, along with brand new weapons. The content has been great, and like I said that Twisty Chase said earlier, they're continuing on what seems to be the second season of Chapter 6 Season 1. I love it, but guys, if you have not seen my reaction to the event that just happened, which completely bugged out for me, you can check it out right here. I would love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching the video. Take care, guys.